Well, in the United Kingdom, far-right attacks and violent disorder continue across several cities. The unrest was triggered by last week's knife attack that killed 3 children in the town of Southport. Riots broke out around the country following false reports spread online by about the origin of the attacker. For more on this, let's bring in DW's correspondent Kate Ferguson. Kate, what's the situation like as we speak?
Tense. There have been some horrific attacks over the past few days, mainly across northern and central England. We've seen hotels housing asylum seekers being set on fire. Mosques have been attacked, as have individuals just going about their daily business. There was a particularly shocking incident caught on video in the city of Hull, where a mob of white men attacked a car, hurling missiles at it and using tools to prise open the door to get at the Eastern European occupants inside. Now, for African communities in the UK, for Muslims, this is an incredibly frightening time. These attackers seem to be targeting anyone who looks different from them. And perhaps it's no surprise that some countries, including Nigeria, have issued safety warnings to their citizens in the UK.
So let's look at what the authorities are doing. How are they responding?
Well, British Prime Minister Keir Starmer has come out strongly. He's condemned the violence. He's called it far-right thuggery with no resemblance to any form of legitimate protest. He says those responsible will regret their actions. Now, in terms of concrete measures, specialist police officers have been deployed on the streets. Mosques are being given extra protection and hundreds of people have already been arrested, including some who are accused of spurring the violence online. Interestingly as well, a judge made the decision to waive the anonymity of the 17-year-old suspect accused of murdering those 3 children in Southport. He was contrary to the misinformation spread online. He was not an asylum seeker. He was in fact born in Britain to Rwandan parents, and he has no known links to Islam.
And how big a problem is far-right violence across Europe?
It's a serious problem. In both Germany and France, far-right attacks are rising. And in both of those countries, it's not just immigrants or Muslims that are being targeted, but also politicians of a more liberal persuasion. At the same time, we've seen support for far-right-wing political parties rising, whether that's the Alternative for Germany here or the National Rally in France. And in fact, that potential link between political rhetoric and violence has come under scrutiny in Europe. In the UK, some of the rioters were heard chanting, "Stop the boats." Now, that is a slogan the previous Conservative government used to describe its policy of deporting asylum seekers to Rwanda. So overall, we can say right-wing sentiment is increasing across Europe. We saw that in the European elections earlier this year. And as this unrest shows, anger, which is often spurred by misinformation, can spill into violence very quickly.
Grateful to you, Kate Ferguson. She is a correspondent for DW there. And that's